Welcome to the Killjoy After Party.
Think the fun is over once you quit drinking?
Think again.
We have a booze-free beverage shop in Nashville, and we hear stories from our customers all the time about how much better life is after booze.
And we're excited to share these stories with you.
And since this is Nashville, you bet your ass
we're making it musical.
Yeah, it tastes like sunshine, like a real good time, lifting my mood and it brightens my day. Gonna rise and grow, no alcohol, get my sparkle roll. Hey, gonna rise and grow.
There she is.
No alcohol.
Yeah. Meow meow.
Hello.
It's almost like we were just together.
Oh, I thought you were naked for a second. I was like, this is incredible.
I am not naked. Although that would be a fun podcast idea for your future.
I think if anybody invites me to be on a podcast, I'm going to try to show up and at least make it look like I'm naked.
In person?
No. Yeah, I'll just get like a skin suit to wear in person.
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious.
Oh my.
Do y'all sell those at Fleet Feet?
I thoroughly wish we did, but no. There is a naked run in Germany, though.
Right up her alley.
Yeah.
And it's called the run of the undies, and people wear, like, they're just naked.
I'm too old to be running naked, man. Like, it would hurt.
Yeah. I mean, you need protective or supportive
support
stuff. But
support.
We used to have no pants roller derby practice, and this one girl would always wear this pair of nude underwear that she had glued a bunch of hair on.
Yes.
I want to learn how to roller skate. Seeing you guys roller skating has inspired.
I know it's weird to just like kind of jump into personal shit. But we've all come together in this space because we have decided not to drink alcohol for one reason or another. And so just curious, what's your story with that?
I'm Bailey Jo. My pronouns are she, they. I'm a Nashville native, which not that many of us, apparently. But I am a social worker by trade, previous therapist, but now work and run specialty, which is really cool. December 9th of this year will be 3 years, no alcohol. I've celebrated each year a milestone with my partner, and we have a tradition of making pink cake. And now we make a pink cake for all the celebratory things. Like a few weeks ago was 1,000 days, which is insane. What I tell people is it serves me no good. And, I'm not my best self when I'm drinking and never really have been because I'm not a one drink person. I'm a blackout person. I had a lot of really bad experiences drinking and a lot of stuff I don't remember. And I think for me, it's helped me a lot to stop drinking in the sense of I am a better person, but also it just was not serving me. And what started kind of as an ultimatum with my previous partner kind of led into this self-discovery mode of, oh, I actually do think I'm an alcoholic, and felt kind of ignorant in the sense of my family lineage has had this issue. And I've kind of always thought I was the exception, and I wasn't. So it kind of, it's been really interesting learning more about myself. Like as the time goes on, it's been almost 3 years, and there's always new things that happen that are great that remind me why I'm doing this. But it's also cool just how many people there are that are also doing this for similar reasons. And, at first when I started, I thought I was the only one on the planet who had these experiences, but we're all unique and have different reasons. But at the end of the day, like, the same common purpose of not using alcohol is really, it's a blessing to know so many people that have that experience, for sure.
Would love for you to tell the story, because I thought this was super interesting about how you were a therapist working at an inpatient recovery
outpatient A&D, alcohol and drug, but outpatient rehab. I, out of college during the first year of COVID, worked in a psych hospital. And like I said, if you can imagine a psych hospital, the first year of COVID, I was in an actual hospital. So walking past armed guards at the COVID unit, like very dystopian and crazy. I met a lot of people who had drug and alcohol induced psychosis and felt really pulled towards more like psychosis disorders / A&D. So after that role, I jumped into the outpatient rehab world and didn't really know anything, but it was 5 days a week, 4-hour group therapy. And
Wow.
yeah, the average group was like 8 to 10 people, and some were mandated and some were not. So some people had to do it for work, some were there on their own, which was always a totally different experience. We would sit in a circle and we would do therapy. And I had a chunk of time from like September to December of 2019 after I came out. And I was hitting the wall hard. I mean, every piece of like anger or depression or any like negative mental health symptom you can possibly think of like came up. And it was drinking to avoid having to deal with any of those feelings. I would get off work, we would go out, and, you know, I would be 5 drinks ahead of my friends, come home, say some stupid shit, do some stupid shit, and then go to bed. My partner at the time, it kind of was an ultimatum in the sense of like, hey, you've got to do something or else like this is not going to be a healthy relationship for either of us. Because we drank together and that was not healthy either. But also I would hurt myself on accident, you know, like stress fracture my ankle, like cuts, I mean, bruises, anything you could think of. I'm already clumsy. So you add in vodka, it's like, But also my friends were getting tired of taking care of me.
Yeah.
Most of my friends knew me as this person that was like strong and could take care of myself, but I like couldn't when I was drunk. The last night I drank, which was December 8th, I had told myself, okay, it's vodka, so I'll just drink White Claw. And that was the last night I got drunk, was blacked out off White Claw, which if you,
Classy.
either of you have that experience, it's not a pleasant next day. So the next day I had a group therapy that morning and was sitting there sick as a dog. And I just thought to myself, like, I feel like a fraud. I am literally sitting here with these people who are vulnerably sharing, and I am doing therapy with them and not doing any of this work myself and saying like, I can never be like that. I'm not that. And in reality, like if you drink too much or if you use something too much, you're no different than someone else that does and has that same struggle. I decided that morning, like, I was done. But at the same time, where I worked, and a lot of A&D places are like this, is they want to hire people that have been through their program because obviously they are very close to this and, you know the ins and outs, and they get a LADAC. You don't have to go through school, but most places you have to be 2 years sober. They don't explicitly ask you when you get hired, which is the kicker. They're not legally allowed to, but they do offer if you want to tell them. So of course at the time I put like, no, but as time went on and I had been there that year, I stopped drinking. So about 2 months into this, I had shared a video on a social media platform of getting sober. And someone within our staff realm, still don't know who, I wish them well, but they sent that video to my manager, who in the ripe age of 40, late 40s, didn't have a TikTok. He made one so he could see the video. And he came to me like, hey, they don't think it's fair because they're 2 years sober and you just got sober and we think you're great and awesome, but like, this isn't going to work. Which crushed me because I think I'm a great therapist and a great person and had a really good time with these people and connecting with them. But it kind of was a either you leave or we let you go type situation. And I then began looking for another job like right away, and kind of the whole situation dismissed itself and I changed roles.
So it sounds like, if I'm hearing this right, within 6 months, you came out, decided to quit drinking, and had to change jobs.
Yeah.
So that's a fairly pivotal time in your life.
It didn't make sense to me. It was an HR call and it was like, hey, can you do this today? And it was so random. And my partner was across from me at the table hearing this. And I just was in shock of like, you're upset with me for getting sober. And I'm not the only one that's had that experience. And I've had friends that have gone through that program. So I won't speak badly of the program itself, but it was a wake-up call for me, at least, of this is how this is treated by some people, especially in job world. At the end of the day, I did leave there and go to something good and better for me that made way more sense, but allowed me to be exactly who I was.
Yeah, well, sometimes you have to go through the hard stuff to get to that light part, you know?
Yeah. And, I did therapy for 4 years. I always tell people now I am a person that is full of grief, which means I am a person that is full of love. I had a lot of loss in a 4-month span. I lost my dad. I lost my partner. We lost our house. I lost like 60 clients at one time in a day. I lost a lot of friends because of things stemming from drinking from the year prior, like close friends. And it was just like, it was a lot. And I had never experienced close personal loss before. So there's this post and this saying that's like, getting sober prepared me for this grief, because obviously the first thing I said to my partner when my pop got really sick was like, how am I honestly going to get through any of this like sober? Like there's no way. I can't fathom it at all. You know, the day he died, I was there and my family started drinking wine and I was like, I have to go because it is really easy to say, I have a case of the fuck-its and be like, well, I don't know many people that have experienced as much loss in a short span of time. And to not have the tools to navigate that is really hard when your previous tool was drinking to avoid. So, you know, I had to explore other coping skills, but
what are some of the other coping mechanisms that you use now? Is like running one of them or?
Yeah, I love running. In the past 2 years have gotten into trail running and obstacle course racing and lifting and met really cool people within that. But also I have a bomb therapist. I'm a big advocate of therapy. I mean, even when I was a therapist, I encourage other therapists to have therapists. I think you should, because, you know, you're sitting in trenches with people and hearing their stories, which are sometimes just unimaginable. If you don't have a place to go share about your feelings, like you're just a ticking time bomb. And therapy is I think, probably the biggest coping skill that I've learned to use. And she helps me build coping skills outside of therapy. So
we've talked about like a lot of the hard stuff. What have been some of the best things about quitting drinking? What's been on the other side?
I've saved a lot of money. I guess ignorantly, I didn't realize how much money I had been spending drinking. There are those experiences you have with spending money with drinking that isn't only on alcohol, you know, like Ubers and, you know, paying medical bills and these types of things.
Late night snacks.
Late night snacks, exactly. But also, I remember things. One of the best things to come of when I stopped drinking was I got diagnosed with ADHD. For most people, they would be like, why is that a really good thing that happened? Because women, specifically compared to men, present with ADHD normally with depressive symptoms. Getting diagnosed with ADHD like made the stars align in a way I had not understood before. But also, there was no way for me to get that diagnosis when I was drinking, because I was never like myself. And I wasn't being honest with anyone or myself or the therapist I was sometimes seeing. I think I got a lot of clarity about some mental health stuff that had happened in the years of drinking that was really dark. And I think getting that diagnosis has helped me be a better person. When I stopped drinking, I now have become a better friend and a better, you know, sibling. And at least for me, it is like night and day. People see it, which is huge. Hearing someone say you look better, you sound better is like proof of everything that you're doing.
There's been people that have come into the shop that were like kind of early on in their journey, or they're trying to find balance or whatever. And it was like visible. When they first came in, there was like just something behind the eyes that was scattered or tired or burnt out. And then
eyes.
Yeah.
It's the eyes.
Yeah, man.
I look at old pictures and I'm like, you know, the first thing people said to me when I stopped drinking, your eyes. I'm like, what about my eyes? But I go back and look at pictures. I mean, my eyes look dead. You look dead. I look at pictures now and it's like, oh, you look alive.
Right.
It is really interesting with the eyes and the physical appearance and personality that like comes back. It's like, where were you the whole time, you know?
Well, I think what you said about the ADHD is interesting, because for a lot of people, they may be self-medicating with alcohol and not even knowing what's wrong. And that goes on for such a long time that when you finally do give up the booze, you're like, all right, now I got to deal with whatever else is actually going on here. And then once people face that and deal with it, then they start to really be able to experience like the vibrancy and the health that can come along from it. But I think that process is often a lot longer than people even expect.
Oh yeah, the good old one day at a time chant.
Yeah.
But just, I think giving yourself grace, which every person who's talked with y'all has said is like the biggest part. Because if you're not giving yourself grace, it's like shame, 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 which is how we feel about ourselves. It's I'm bad, not I did something bad. It's like I myself am bad, which none of us are, but you're the hardest on yourself. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have one more question. I don't know whether Is there anything that you wish people knew about the LGBTQ community and alcohol?
yeah, if you looked at the numbers, I would beg to say that a high percentage of people who have addiction are either out and queer, questioning queer, or not out. Because it does pull like shame and it pulls, stigma and all these things. And I'm not going to blame queer people for drinking a lot when that's the way they feel most safe in spaces. As a culture, there is a lot of drinking and a lot of drug use that goes into the queer community. And I think it just boils down to having to deal with stigma. I mean, self stigma too, of like, how will people perceive me, and just letting loose and, feeling comfortable with who you are for a lot of people. I mean, that's why I did it. I think at the end of the day, it's a lot of generational trauma, but also it's stigma and shame, and we're getting better. Like I will say we're getting better. The fact we have queer recovery housing is phenomenal. But that's just one when we need, 50 of those here.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, are you ready for the rapid fire round?
I wrote notes. I was so nervous that I would forget everything I liked.
Well,
but
we may
yes.
not ask you any of those questions. So this is meant to be off the cuff.
Okay. I will close it.
Here, we'll start
No
we'll start
notes.
easy.
No
we'll start
notes.
easy. What's your favorite color?
It is black.
That's the first black we've got. Nice. What's your step count?
Right now, 2,722. I am behind.
Nice.
If you were going to jump in the car and take a road trip tomorrow, where would you go?
If I could go, Bozeman, Montana.
Okay.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. What's your favorite alcohol-free drink right now?
I did just try that Cali Sober, which was so good.
Count that. That
Tasted
counts.
just like ranch water, but I am a Diet Coke with lime girly.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any nicknames?
Yeah, most people call me Bijo because as a kid, the boys in my class call me BJ to make fun of me. So most people say Bijo.
Yeah.
I like it.
We-
Makes me think of BMO. Yeah. So
Aw.
then now I smile. Yeah.
Aw.
What's your favorite nickname for Nashville?
The only nickname I know is Music City, but I don't
There you go.
music.
Music City.
You don't do music at all?
I don't play music. I was in show choir in high school, but I don't play an instrument. I can play like 2 chords on a guitar.
You're close to writing a country song.
Yeah.
You just need 3. You just need one more.
3, like
Or,
E, D, and
or
A.
2, yeah.
You can do 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've done it on one, so fuck it. Yeah.
Who's your celebrity crush?
1000% Maurice Cassidy from Law and Order.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, I like
Oh, an
her.
order crush. All right.
I like her a lot.
What was your last Google search?
Oh my God. Oh, I Googled a house that my partner looked at that we have decided to start looking at houses. And I started Googling what that might entail because I have had a house before, but it's very different now. So I looked at redfin.com.
Nice. Nice.
What are your cats' names?
Oh my God. The new one is Hex. He's all black. And then I have Rodeo, Bug, and Lester.
Those are great names.
Yeah, best cat names I've ever heard. Favorite way to move your body?
Probably running.
What's your favorite feature of your own face?
You can't see them very well, but I have freckles everywhere. I would say freckles, only because girls apparently cover those up now. And I'm like,
I think
what
people
you
are now
doing?
they're drawing on fake ones.
Are they?
Oh, yeah. Right. I think I've seen that.
Oh yeah, it's a big thing. People are getting them tattooed.
It's a filter, right?
You can get
Yeah.
little tattoos of. It's like a whole thing. Look it up.
What's your favorite cooking spice?
Is it Cajun seasoning? I use it in everything. You're
Cajun
probably not supposed to,
seasoning.
Yeah.
right?
Fuck yeah.
What's your favorite cuss word?
Probably fuck.
Yeah.
Favorite book or book about like personal development?
So my favorite book is Untamed by
Okay.
Glennon Doyle, but my favorite on the flip end book is the Matthew Perry memoir. It's
Ooh.
so good.
Okay.
I haven't read that.
Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing.
Is that what it's called?
Very good. Yeah,
Man, and he wrote that like not long
did
before he
write it.
died, right?
Mm.
he did. I think it was like 4 years ago he wrote it. 3, and the audiobook is him.
Yeah,
is
that's my
kind
next
of
question.
spooky.
Yeah, hell
It's
yeah.
a little spooky, but no, it's really good.
Okay,
All right. I think that,
we did it.
unless you have any rude, I saw you scribbling over there. What you got?
Okay. All right. For a chorus, I was thinking something like make cake, celebrate.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
But yeah, pink cake, dude. The pink cake is a random thing that has evolved.
Great.
All right. Make cake, celebrate.
I love that.
I wrote ticking time bomb serves me no good. I was kind of thinking that's like the before, and then night and day, a whole new way, which you could leave out the bad part and just put make cake, celebrate, night and day, a whole new way. All kind of goes.
Yeah, I like
sounds
that. Night and day.
a whole
Day,
new
a
way.
whole new way. I had something about the eyes don't lie.
Here's what I got more.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Keep going.
I wrote the rodeo of sobriety.
Love it.
Just be there. Don't say I'm sorry. Just feel it in your body. I really like the part about not saying sorry.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like so
yeah.
we could work not don't say I'm sorry or something
Yeah.
into there. I don't know.
Can it be sobriety's a rodeo? Just be there. Don't say I'm sorry. Oh, just feel it in your body.
Feel it in your oleo
Oleo.
booty. Feel it in your booty.
Bootio.
Video.
We haven't said booty. Talk about shaking booties in this one, which
Yeah.
every
They
other
talk
song.
about
Tuesday I
getting
got it.
stung on the booty.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. That was her though.
Unfortunately,
In her naked runnings.
Running naked. Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Naked and exposed. Ooh, we should do something
Sobriety's a
about her being naked.
rodeo. You just be there, naked and exposed.
Oh.
Something like that. Just be there and let the feelings flow. Or
Yes.
something, just be
That's what
there.
it is. Never. I think then you should say never say you're sorry. I think
Love
that's
that.
just like repeat it or something.
Never say you're sorry
over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
to
That's
anybody.
my bad.
Maybe
I
just
still-
never say sorry.
Never
I say that
sorry.
all the time, and I still trying to get out of the sorries is hard.
I'm working on it too.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a human thing.
Never say- yeah. Never say sorry.
Shake that body.
Shake that body. Yes.
I tried to think about
Yes.
running.
Ooh, yeah. Run with it. Just run with it.
Just run with it.
Yeah.
Just run with it. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
How Bailey Joe, how's all this sitting with you? Are these feeling
I'm
like,
amazed by
like
you.
your words?
It feels like it, but coming from y'all in a much more musical, professional way.
Wait till John turns this into a song, and then your mind is.
We'll see. Never say sorry. Just run with it.
I think they'll just say those.
Never say sorry. Just run with it.
Just run with it. I
make
think
cake.
the fact that
Yeah,
it doesn't
okay.
rhyme is not something you need to apologize for.
Ooh.
Never say sorry.
Just run with it.
Just run with it.
All right. I love that. Never say sorry. Just run with it.
I feel like that's
It's like
pretty
three
good.
little sections.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you do it? You got this?
Maybe. Do you want to start with the make cake celebrate? Then we'll do this, then this, and then back to the make cake celebrate.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Make cake,
I have
celebrate.
no idea what's
Right.
going to happen. All right.
Make cake celebrate.
Break. Crossy roads. Are we? Make cake, celebrate, night, day, whole new way. Make cake, celebrate, night, day, it's a whole new way. Sobriety's a rodeo. I'm feeling naked and exposed. Just be there and let the feelings flow. 'Cause sobriety's a rodeo. I'm feeling naked and exposed. Just be there
and let the feelings flow. Never say you're sorry, just run with it. Never say you're sorry, just run with it. Never say you're sorry, just run with it. Run with it, run with it, run with it. Never say you're sorry, just run with it. Never say you're sorry, just run with it. Never say you're sorry, just run with it. Run, Forrest, run, Forrest, run with it. And make cake,
Celebrate.
make cake,
Celebrate.
night and day. It's a whole new way. You gotta make cake, you gotta celebrate. Make cake, celebrate. Make cake, celebrate. Night and day, it's a whole new way. Gotta make cake, gotta celebrate. Make cake,
Run with it.
celebrate. Make cake,
Run away with that cake.
celebrate.
Never say you're sorry. All right. What do you think?
The whisper.
Yeah, you know.
I'm not a very good singer, so I like to bring in the whisper.
Yeah, you're a great singer. Yeah.
Well, a lot of people
good
now
singer.
are doing the speaking, singing, so we're good.
Yeah, I'm like the hype man on the side. That's just
Yeah.
yeah.
I love it. I love it. You are the Flavor Flav.
I'm the Flava Flav.
Flavor Flav.
You know what time it is. Time to never say you're sorry.
Hell yeah. Good one.
Oh, you guys are great.
I feel like that song has
You're great.
2 choruses, which is fun.
Yeah.
Horses.
Two choruses,
2 courses.
right? Like,
Yeah, I'm a
on
fan
their
of the
toes.
double chorus.
Keep them on their toes.
That's right. That sounds like another verse.
Keep them on their
Or another
toes.
Keep them on their toes.
Wow. Just wrong with
Chorus.
it. Yeah.
Bailey Joe, tell the people where they can follow along with you and keep up with you after this if they want to.
My Instagram mostly, BJO doing things, BJO doing things. But if you ever get a message or message the Fleet Feet Nashville, that is moi, and I run that page too. I mostly just use Instagram. That's the best place to find me.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on the show today. I appreciate you sharing your story with us, and we'll talk to you soon.
Ooh.
Bye.
Yeah, it tastes like sunshine, like a real good time, lifting my mood.